Taxes in Portugal. You want to know everything? The NIF, the tax representation, the tax system, how are the brackets in Portugal? I'll explain everything after. Hello, this is Maria from visasinportugal.com. Today, with another video. What are we going to discuss this week? I can tell you already. This week we are going to talk about tax representation, NIF, tax system, tax returns, and then on another video I'm going to discuss how your company that you open abroad, outside of Portugal, can have a Portuguese tax number and engage in Portugal and work in Portugal. Stay with me. If this is information you like, hit subscribe, say you love it, and we go from there. Because you asked for this video, I've got your back. Let's do it. Okay. Well, you can start by checking the previous videos I did about tax representation, IRS, taxes in Portugal, and all of that. I even discussed crypto, if you remember, okay? But often people ask me, Maria, but let's start from the beginning. In order for me to do all of that, you keep saying I need a NIF. Explain me. Okay, NIF, Número de Identificação Fiscal, tax number in Portugal. How can you do it? How can you apply for it? How can you ask for it? So back in the days when Portugal didn't have all these people moving to Portugal, we would just go to the tax office and ask for one. It didn't take much time. They would ask for you to show a proof of address, your identification, either an ID card or a passport, depending on your country, and that was it. Nowadays, it's quite difficult to get an appointment. In small towns, sometimes you can do it. In the mornings, they will take you and issue the NIF if they have time for it. They will issue some tickets, and if you get a ticket, you can get an appointment. In the afternoon, they only take appointments that were booked online with several days, weeks, or even months, okay? Now, the NIF, that number I just told you, gives you access to everything. If you want to buy a house in Portugal, you need a NIF. If you want to work in Portugal, you need a NIF. If you want to rent property, long-term property in Portugal, you need a NIF. But if you say, Maria, you know what? I'm staying in an Airbnb. I'm just staying a couple of weeks, couple of months. I don't want ties to the country. Do I need a NIF? You don't. Okay? You don't. But you want to be a tax resident and you want to live in this wonderful country that is Portugal, because I know you do, then you need a NIF. You want to open a bank account, you need a NIF. Anything you want, you need a NIF. And if you go to a coffee shop or restaurant, anything, they will ask you, oh, do you want me to put your NIF in the invoice? And you don't have one. Do you have to have one for that? No, that's for you to have benefits when you submit your tax return. Okay, so now you are a tax resident of Portugal, you have a NIF, and you put a Portuguese address in your NIF. That's how you get tax residence in Portugal. What to do now? Well, now you need to understand your rights and your obligations. You need to do a tax return every year. The tax year in Portugal is the civil year from the 1st of January till the 31st of December. And you need to submit your tax return from the 1st of April till the 30th of June every year regarding the previous year. Okay? If you have crypto, you know that crypto that you sold for fiat and you hold it for more than 365 days is tax-free, but you have to submit it in your tax return every year. If you held it for less than 365 days, you will pay 28% tax. Stocks, you buy them, you sell them, 28% on capital gains. All the other taxes you need to pay, you have two options in Portugal. You either do them individually, and you can simulate this before you submit your tax return. You either do it individually or you do it as we call englobement, where you put everything and then you check which one you pay less taxes. The tax office even tells you to do that, so you can choose the better option for you. Okay? What else? Before we had the NHR that ended in 2024, but those who have applied and were granted are in the NHR tax regime for at least 10 years. Now it's over, and what did that tax regime give them? If they were from another country, they received their pension from outside of the country, they would pay 10% on the pension. If they work remotely from another country, they would pay 0% tax. If they work in Portugal, they would pay 20% tax. They now have another regime, which is the IFICI, IFICI. They say it's NHR 2.0. Don't believe them. I don't think that's it. It's not. The NHR was wonderful. They took it out. Let's hope they will bring it again, relieve the NHR again. But while they don't, let me explain you what is the IFICI. It's for those who are high qualified. They have a tech visa, they have high qualified professions, and they are the ones that fill in all the requirements. But you can always try. We do that all the time. We apply for several people all the time, and we are granted. You just need to specify everything, submit all the information, lots of documents to be granted. Maria, I don't have the IFICI. What should I do? Pay a lot of taxes? You guys have like 48%. Depending on the amount you do every year. And then I pay taxes on the country of origin. Well, you should know that you have double tax treaties with lots of countries. Portugal, you can check on Google and you just write double tax treaty between Portugal and Belgium, between Portugal and the United States, between Portugal and Australia. So you search for those. And in those tax treaties, it will show up what you can avoid paying taxes in one country because you already paid in the other, and so on. So there's always ways for you to go around it, not to be double taxed in, it makes no sense. You're paying taxes in the US and then you have to pay them here in Portugal, okay? At visasinportugal.com, we also submit tax returns for our clients, either if they are on crypto, stocks, and most of it if they receive income from another country that they want us to take care of, because it is complex to apply those double tax treaties. Okay? I'm sure you're full of questions. Put them in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. If you have questions, comments, email, anything, go to visasinportugal.com. Check the information there. And if you have any doubts, send them, because next Monday I'm going to do a video about all the questions you send me. Bye.